Hey guys, it's Learn Logic Pro. Today I just wanted to go over what is new to Logic Pro 8. So after you've installed the full install, which will be the multiple disks that you have to put into the computer, you will get to basically this template page. So when you first get into Logic, you look at the template page. At first you have the Explore page, which allows you to explore through all the guitar tones and the instruments. You have the compositional page, which gets into electronic. These are genre-based templates for specific types of music production. Produce template gets you into a little bit higher end needs, music for picture, surround sound, mastering, and even TDM with Pro Tools. So we're just going to pop right into the Compose. I'm just going to choose an empty project. Once we get in here, the next thing you'll notice is Logic asks you with a new project, how many tracks do you want to use? And here it's brand new on how you choose tracks. We'll get into that a little bit later. So I'm just going to say 4 software instrument tracks. Now you'll notice right away Logic's interface is completely redesigned, and we're just going to go through a few key points in this movie, and then we'll move into specifically talking about them in greater detail later. But as you notice, at the top you have this nice toolbar up here with some great buttons. Each button has a specific use and need. Over the right hand side you will notice that you have an audio bin. The audio window is removed. We no longer have an audio window such as what we used to have in version 7. These are all the loops that are built in, Apple loops that are available. Basically something that looks very reminiscent to GarageBand. The library is basically channel strip sets or presets for different software instruments or audio tracks or buses, and those load in on the channel strip over here on the left. You also have a browser that gets into browsing through your hard drive, lists for markers and templates and signatures. Over on the left hand side you have an inspector which opens up here, where on the inspector now you have a channel strip set for the particular track you're selecting. And then if this is set to output 1 and 2, it shows you the output 1 and 2 as the next available track on the audio path. If this particular track was on a bus, it would show you a bus here. Change it back to output 1 and 2, and obviously it shows you output 1 and 2. Down here the transport's now glued to Logic. Instead of having pages and windows, you now have them as little tabs. So here's the mixer window, the sample editor window, piano roll, score, and hyper editor are all nice tucked down here. And all the tools and everything that you would find that is normally in version 7 are found there. Global tracks are here. Most of the settings here are exactly the same. You have a little bit of changes on options on how you're viewing the two tools, which we'll get into a little bit later. The preferences have been changed, settings have been changed. Bounce over on the right hand side is right here. We'll get into detail later on what they've added. But those are really some of the newer options. There's a lot more to talk about. The drum machine, the sampler, even some of the ways that you do recording vocals and comping vocals is completely redesigned. So this is basically an overview of the user interface for the new Logic Pro 8 system. I hope you enjoyed the movie. Thanks for tuning in.